Right, let's try another example of completing the square. It is kind of a complicated process. Takes a few times through it to kind of get the hang of it. So first step, divide through by this leading coefficient, the coefficient of x squared. So cancels out this 8 minus 10 over 8x minus 3 over 8 equals 0. Okay, now I'm going to shift over this negative 3/8 by adding 3/8 to both sides, leaving a gap for it because I'm going to add that term later. So I have x squared minus 10 over 8x equals positive 3/8. Right, now I'm going to form this side into a perfect square. So I'm going to take half of this number, square it, and add it onto both sides. So let's take our 10/8 up here, multiply it by 1/2 to get half of it, gives me 10 over 16. I'm going to remember that number because I'm going to use it later. I'm going to square this, so 10 times 10 is 100. 16 times 16 is 256. So here's the number I'm going to add to both sides to make this into a perfect square. So plus 100 over 256 plus 100 over 256. All right, I now have my left side as a perfect square. Half of this number squared is this number, so I can rewrite this as a perfect square. X, same sign as this, minus my half number, 10 over 16 squared equals whatever this particular sum is. And if you add these two numbers up, you're going to come up with 196 over 256. All right, now I want to undo this squared. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Something squared, square root of, cancels that out. So I end up with just x minus 10/16. Don't need the parentheses. Equals this square root. Well, this is the square root of 196 over the square root of 256, which ends up being 14 over 16. And once again, this has to be plus or minus. Because if I take two negatives and square them, or two positives and square them, I still get a positive number. Okay, I want to get this negative 10/16 over on the other side, so I add it to both sides. Plus or minus 14 over 16. So now I have two calculations to make. 10 plus 14 over 16, 10 minus 14 over 16. So 10 plus 14 is 24. Both divisible by 8, 3/2. And 10 minus 14, which is negative 4 over 16. So that reduces to negative 1 over 4. So I can now use those to form my factors. 2 goes there with a minus 3. 4 goes here with a plus 1. Multiplying these back out again, I get 8x squared plus 2x minus 12x minus 3. Combining my like terms, 8x squared minus 10x minus 3, which is the quadratic I started with.